It's the grandson of Right Thought. Welcome to the School of Marvelous Light. Y'all seen a lot of people that say they were of the truth get exposed. It's a lot of it happening right now. See, this is the time of getting exposed, in case y'all didn't know that. It's called apocalypse. Exposed, unveiled, all the same thing. Revealed. Everything is being revealed for what it truly is. You see? That's why y'all seen my last videos have been about who I am. Everything is being revealed for who it truly, really is. It starts at the house of God. See? This process I'm telling you about, revealing, will start at the house of God. So that means the family of God will be revealed first to the world. Do y'all hear me right now? This happens on every level. So let's see. This means that the people of God, see, the Israelites, who the true Israelites is being revealed to the world first. And then every other nation is going to be revealed for who they are down to the last, which is Esau. See, he who withholdeth got to be removed out of the way first, and then that man of sin will be revealed. The last man, Esau, the red man. He will be revealed to you for what he really is. He lied wearing a suit, wearing a tie, with his cologne, slicking his hair back, shaving with his Gillette razor. He fooled all of y'all to think he was a civilized man. And he was capable of ruling the whole world, but he lied. So he's going to be revealed to all of y'all for that. I've been warning y'all all about it. Y'all think I'm joking around because he's been fooling you. Well, y'all are going to see him for what he truly is. He's a 3D man, which means he's only going to act civilized. He's only going to act civilized as long as he has all the good things of the 3D world. That's why he will kill all of God's people to get it. And he did. And he continues to. And he will into the end. So God got to get rid of him. But back to the beginning. The judgment starts at the house of God, it is written, which means the apocalypse, the revealing. That's what judgment is. Show you for what you are. That's judgment. Y'all think it's something else. It's just exposing for what you are. Well, that's good if you're God's house and his family. So he reveals that first. My people are the so-called Negroes. Y'all just didn't know that. Those are the true Israelites. So that's being revealed on the earth first. See? Y'all can believe it or y'all can disbelieve it. That's separating the wheat from the tares. The only people that will be left is the people that accepted that the Negroes were the Jews. They know that and believe it. Those people are the only people that will make it to the next level. Everybody that disbelieves it or hates it will fall off and be destroyed. And then he's going to take their judgment to the next level. See? The next house. All the other houses in the world that lied is the point. See, Israel was subjected to a lie against his will. He didn't take on a new name on his own. He was forced that upon. So that's why he was given grace during this time of apocalypse. So the Negroes who didn't know who they were, who are not actually truly called Negroes, you see, they're not called black people. They're not called colored. They're not called African Americans. They're not called Africans. They're not called any of those things. So that means it's been a lie or a covering on the people. If y'all can follow this, y'all running like Usain Bolt on the track and y'all going to win the race. See? Because you got to be up here with me like Usain Bolt. You can't be back there left in the dust. You got to run a 9.5 in order to get through this race. You can't be back there running a 10 flat thinking you fast because you're not. You see? So you think that when a man runs a race and he's the fastest man, but the scripture says it's not the fastest man that wins the race. It's the man who runs with endurance, patience. Which means he sticks to the plan that will give him success the best. He doesn't get panicky. He does not running and the guy gets ahead of him. He goes, oh my God, this guy's going to beat me because he's ahead of me. Nope. He's like, I'll just run my race. I'll still pass him. Because he's going to get to the finish line in 10 seconds. I'm going to get there in 9.5 due to my patience. That don't make sense to the world. But y'all of the truth, hear me though. So like I said, he's revealing his people who have been under those lies. Y'all can't deny that we have. See, no one on earth can deny that the Negroes are not actually called that. No one can deny that they're not called black. So why were they called that? That's my question. Then y'all start, let's talk about something else. See, but we're not going to talk about anything else. See, we're only going to talk about the truth over here. So now they're Israelite. Well, that means judgment on the earth. If God has proven that they're no longer asleep, they're no longer under the lie. And they know they were tricked into the lie. See, it wasn't that they chose it on their own. They didn't say, yeah, I don't want to be an Israelite. The hell with that. God says they're going to be above all people. Nah, the hell with that. I don't want to be that. I want to be something else. They did it ignorantly. See, they gave it up ignorantly, chasing after vanity, which is the whole story of the Bible from Eve, chasing vanity. She gave up her heritage, her home. Israel, you gave up your home for vanity, but you were deceived like Eve was. See? So Israel was deceived into be calling black, African American. They think those titles were good for a time. They were like, yeah, don't call me black, call me African American. Yeah. Then everybody said, okay, I'll call you African American. See, they're going to say anything when you're lying. They're like, yeah, we'll call you that. Fuck it. Because every time y'all get offended, that's what happens with so-called black people. We get offended every time the name don't stick. We be like, colored, fuck that. Don't call me colored, call me black. See, they give us a new name, we accept it. Yep, okay, we'll take that. It's got to be better. Okay, African American. Yeah, back to our roots, back in Africa. Yeah. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Listen to Abiyah and see what he says. Abiyah says your heritage is Israel. And you found out that was the heritage above all heritages. Oh my goodness. So that's the first part of judgment, like I told y'all. And that's happening right now before y'all face. That's why the grandson of right thought is the grandson of right thought. Because Abiyah has unveiled me. That's what's happened. This is the apocalypse. I told y'all that. I'm the grandson of right thought. I'm actually Abel. The one y'all read about in the Bible, Abel, that's me. That's spirit. See, because we're spiritual. The same spirit that was in Abel is in me. That's what I'm telling you. And we are alive through Yahusha, the quickening spirit who made us alive again. In the resurrection, we were resurrected along with him. Y'all are looking for it. See, you're being deceived in something that's already happened. I've been caught up several times, actually. I've been raptured several times. And now I'm giving you all the information that I received while being raptured. I give it to you guys. That's why you ain't never heard no teacher teach like the grandson of right thought with such rawness. Straight to the shit with the shit. I don't be bullshitting and playing around with words and trying to speak all eloquently and all this other shit. The hell with that. I ain't an eloquent man. I'm not. Just like Moses said. So who am I? I'm greater than Moses? Hell no. Shit. I ain't eloquent neither. Shit. So I don't try to be. Because that ain't the point. I don't want you looking at me saying, wow, he's so eloquent. I want you listening going, wow, I need to get my shit together and live in truth now. Stop bullshitting around playing games with this shit. Because it really ain't nothing else for you to do. Because like I said, you think you got control over the lid being pulled off of you. Then you just fooling yourself if you think that. You ain't got no control over when the apocalypse happens. Isn't that what the Bible says about the day of the Lord? The day of the Lord comes all the time. Abiyah, when does he end and begin? So then what is time to him? So then when does he do something? Let your mind try to grasp that if you can. When does he do the things that he does? If he exists in a place where there is no time. So then the day of the Lord comes to you when you are revealed. You see? And see, a revealing is twofold. Because two men are being sliced down. It's just the way that it is. And he separates the two men and makes one man out of the two. It's written. And no man knows when that will happen within himself. He doesn't. He's just living life, just going along life, and then boom, like a whirlwind, it comes into his life and it burns up all the lies. And he refuses to live in them any longer because he's now a new man and he's a new creature and a new creation. It is written. And like I said, nobody can kick against the bricks as Saul when he got sliced down and was converted in a new creation named Paul. You all know that's what it says. You all know that's what it continues to say, actually, for everybody in there. You got to die, become new. Die, become new. You look at Jacob, slice down Israel in this place. Look at Abram. Look at Peter, slice down K-Phi in this place. Look at James and John, slice down sons of thunder. I call you now. So the apocalypse is happening in a man's life, you see. And now it's happening on a mass scale because the first part of judgment is done, which is the house of God has been judged already. There aren't any Israelites who don't know they're Israelites. That day is done. That message when we used to grab our word and go and sit down at a table with a brother and open up to Deuteronomy and open his eyes to who he was, those days are done. That was 2015, 2016, 2017. Those 3 years, that message went forth. And that was the last time it was going to go forth. To who you are. If you don't know it yet, then you will never know it. Like that song says. So what does that mean for the world? If Israel has been judged, and y'all think they haven't been judged, but yet they're coming out of 400 years of slavery, are they not? I told you, one goes up and the other goes down. Well, when Israel goes up, the world goes down. When the world goes up, Israel goes down. The world went up, Israel went down. Isn't that obvious? The world went up and they were succeeding and having fun and doing what they want, doing what they wanted to do on the backs of God's people. And it's so evident who God's people are. You look at something as simple as the world's championships, track and field. Have y'all seen it? It's going on. Well, it's probably at the end now. America, the USA, won 30 something medals. They were winning golds like it wasn't nothing about nobody's business. A few of events they swept gold, silver, and bronze. They were taking medals from everything. And if you look at those people, the majority of those people on those teams of USA are Israelites. They're so-called Negroes, blacks, colored, as y'all call them. You see, somebody's been benefiting off the backs of God's people. And it's obvious and plain. Obvious and plain. So y'all can decide what y'all want to do. Play games with it, run from it. But the apocalypse is on y'all now. Y'all should have paid attention to us and heeded and said, wait a minute. God's people now know who they are. Negroes are all standing up on the earth. They know who they are, and that's something it means something. It don't just mean nothing, but it means something that they have now woken up. They're changing and amending their ways. They're cleaning up their act. Not all Israel, see, because not all Israel is Israel. So certain Israelites are doing it, and y'all can't deny it. So what that mean for y'all, other nations? You're going to be revealed for who you truly are. Because you were inheriting lies and believing lies about who you have been your whole life. They've all lied to you. Deceiver deceived the whole world. It's not written there? So when it says he deceived the whole world, does that mean there was some of the world that wasn't under the deception? And if there wasn't a deception, does it mean that the whole world is not going to be flipped upside down? If it means the whole world was under a deception? So if Abba flips everything right side up, does that not mean that everything is going to go under a correction? From a deception to a correction? So those who held on to positions that don't belong to them when their chair is flipped upside down, they shall surely fall out of it. And the one who was upside down will fall right side up, right into his chair. Read the scriptures and see if what I'm saying is any lies in it. So y'all keep looking outside of yourself for these things the Bible talks about, like the rapture and the day of the Lord and things of this nature. Y'all keep looking out there. While your whole life falls apart around you, while you were distracted with that, your life will fall apart because your lies will fall down and you will be exposed while you were paying attention to something outside of yourself. Shalom Israel.